Hey, what is up, everybody? This is Ray from Rated R Reviews, and I'm coming at you guys with a review for Injustice 2, the video game across pretty much all platforms. Let me tell you guys, I've had this game for at least 4 or 5 days or so. I got it maybe a few hours early, not a big deal. There's Batman right there walking up to Injustice 2, his gigantic computer in the Watchtower station. Those are some characters right there. Listen, guys, let me tell you about the character setup. Yes, these are your old classic DC characters, but they are revamped, reshaped with new armor, suits, new attitudes, new voiceovers, new musical gems in the background. Speaking of backgrounds, the environments who attacks you can do are similar to the first Injustice game, but in this case they just look better. Everything about this game is better over its predecessor, Injustice 1. Oh, let me tell you guys about this fight between Superman and Harley Quinn that I had. I thought that I'm Superman because that's my favorite character, and I think I'm gonna whoop her ass because she's Harley Quinn. I mean, a super powered powerhouse like Superman. I've defeated Darkseid, Brainiac. I defeated the Flash. I beat Batman. I beat all these different characters that are powerhouses. And Harley Quinn has two guns and she's crazy and she is whooping my ass. In this game, I think I played her 5 or 6 times, and this was the most embarrassing fight that I had against her. That's the one I'm showing right now. As you can tell, look at Harley Quinn's costume. They got her up to a level 17 in this match. I'm on the level 17 Superman in this match. Now he's the level 20 I have him at. But the guns, the jackets, every little bit and piece that you can actually put onto the character, that she whooped my ass. Every little bit and piece that you can actually put onto the character offer some sort of augmentation to the character. So they make him stronger, faster ability. They just give them more defense, more offense. You can also change colors based off your preference, but you have to unlock the color changes. You pretty much have to unlock and earn everything either through mother boxes or unlock them through one-on-one battles. She is whooping my ass. Look at her. She's on like kryptonite crack or something. Because look at she's even blocking everything that I'm throwing at her. Jesus. My God, man. Yeah, so she whooped my ass like 6 times, and it was pretty embarrassing because I was Superman. But anyway, guys, if you don't know the Injustice story from part 1, what led to the comic book series, and then obviously the game part 2, which is what you're watching right now, that very first Injustice game started with the Joker pretty much infecting Superman's mind with Scarecrow's fear toxin. So the Joker set up a scenario where Superman would have to go and save someone. Superman obviously showed up to save the day. I believe it was a ship or some sort of yeah, it was a large ship. I believe like a shipping container, shipping cargo ship, and he broke in, and the ship was filled with the fear toxin, which affected Superman's mind. And Superman saw in front of him Doomsday, a much larger, stronger version of Doomsday that you ever saw before. He started fighting Doomsday. He grabbed Doomsday, brought him up into Earth's atmosphere, out into space, pretty much suffocating Doomsday to death. And then at that point was when the fear toxin started to wear off on Superman, and he was able to see properly because he wasn't really fighting Doomsday. The fear toxin made him see Doomsday, but who he was really fighting was the fact that Joker kidnapped Lois and put her into the cargo ship. So Superman thought he was fighting Doomsday, but in reality he actually killed Lois, which is like the love of his life. Pretty sad story. Not only that, but she was also pregnant with their first and only child. So when Superman realized that Lois was gone, and he was the reason why she was dead, and his pretty much unborn child, he flew back to Gotham City as fast as possible, where Batman had already apprehended Joker, and pretty much Superman busted into the freaking building. Joker started laughing. Batman tried to stop Superman, but Superman pretty much embedded his fist through Joker's chest, murdering Joker and starting off this whole Injustice timeline run, where Superman wanted to govern everybody so that way this wouldn't happen again, but he would do anything willing to stop them, pretty much using murder. Batman didn't want that to happen, So he kept trying to fight him off about it, and that's what pretty much split the Justice League in two, because some characters followed Superman in Injustice, and other characters followed Batman. And that's how this entire mess began. Now, that started a comic book series for DC, obviously called Injustice, and each line pretty much around. They pretty much lasted. Oh, excuse me. They pretty much told the story for 5 years. In a 5 year span, it wasn't exactly 5 years, but in the comic books, it was 5 year span where all these different things happened. All these superheroes were fighting each other. All the Justice League was pretty much split apart, and pretty much Superman took over Earth and pretty much became Earth's god and ruled with an iron fist, pretty much like a dictator. And Batman kept trying to stop him along with other characters. A lot of other characters died. And that's how we got to Injustice 2, which is right now. Hopefully the comic series continues, because this is a very interesting and dark version of the Justice League that a lot of people slept on. That they just saw the video games and that was it. They had no idea that there was a comic book series out there that was actually really good. The artwork was good, the storylines were good. I mean, they were maybe a bit too dark for some people, but it was only one comic line out of several that Justice League have, especially now with Rebirth. A lot of people were loving Rebirth. The Injustice one is almost like the Snyderverse, Superman and Batman. Let's see what happens in the cinematic points of view, right? So yeah, guys, they have these armor elements, they have these cool backgrounds, as you can see. The best thing about this game, I mean, look at that lighting. The lighting of the red light, the way Superman just glued right there, and then the floor being electrified. This nice little smoke background of him jumping, you know, stuff like that. The lighting in this is incredible. Look at the shadowing, the shading. It makes everything look super real. Super impressed with Nether Realms. I mean, they were always doing great, but holy shit, that was amazing. Look, I hate the Joker. In this game, I hate the way the Joker looks. I cut him out from a lot of different things. But yeah, I really hated the way the Joker looks in this game. He looks like some freaking emo kid hipster. They got together. He looks like the Jared Leto Suicide Squad Joker, and I was not a super big fan of it. I mean, he kind of cool, kind of had some cool little lines here and there, but he was only in the movie for like, what, 10 minutes, so it kind of failed. In my opinion, it kind of failed, but we'll give him another chance. Let's see how he does in the next Joker installment of a DC movie, wherever that may be, whenever that may be, excuse me. So yeah, the Joker element here is pretty whack. I mean, I can't really tell you guys too much more about this. I really do not like the way the Joker looks. Anyway, yeah, so Injustice 2, the storyline was great. I'm not gonna get into the storyline if you guys are playing the game, if you haven't played it yet, but it's very, very interesting. You get a new villain come along, which is Brainiac. He tries to take over everything, and you kind of see people's alliances change up between Superman and Batman and the Justice League and everything. And there were kind of moments in the storyline where Batman and Superman are just talking, they're not fighting, and they're talking about old times and how things were and how they missed their friendship, and all of a sudden they just start fighting again because of what's going on, because Superman kind of can't keep his anger and his pain at bay because of the loss of his wife and his unborn child. Which, I mean, come on, think about that. I mean, that's a horrible thing to go through. Even if you're a fake character, that's a horrible thing to think of. But yeah, look at the character designs; they're amazing. You have the obviously the story mode. You have the multiverse mode, which is awesome. You pretty much have all these planets and everybody's kind of different, and they're fighting alongside each other. You got to fight them to save the planet and all this. It's pretty interesting. And that's a quick way to level up your character. Actually, if you get to level 20, you pretty much have hopefully you have all the epic armor and level 20 armor, and you can fight all these characters with no problem, no issues, no bullshit. People out there are trying to trick the system with AI with AI loadouts so that they can level their character up faster, but it kind of takes away from the fun of the game. I have two characters at level 20. One character, obviously Superman, is my level 20, and then I have the Flash at level 20 as well. They both were very hard to get up there. The trick is to beat the person in the fastest time possible, in as many fights as possible. with leaving as much time left as possible, and you get higher experience points. Especially with some of the gear you start to unlock. You start to unlock gear that actually gives you like 2, 3, 4, 5% more experience points per win on top of everything. So if you have multiple pieces of armor lined up with your character with the XP points percentage higher, then obviously you get, instead of getting 500 points experience, 500 experience points, if you have all those pieces on, you probably get 1,000 or 1,200 experience points per fight, which will actually cut your time in half to play, to level up your character. Anyway, Injustice 2 is, story mode is great, fighting mode is great, multiplayer mode is great, online is extremely well done. They have a cool new thing called, well, guilds, where you pretty much fight in a league with other people online, whether you're fighting by yourself or not. But all I know is, I literally, this is what helped me get Flash to level 20 real quick. I was playing the game, went to bed, next day went out, ran, you know, my daily errands and blah blah blah, came back later in the evening to play for another hour. I went into the guild league. All of a sudden I literally had like 70 something mother boxes to unlock, and within those unlocks you get a bunch of those the source crystals, you can get a bunch of gear unlocks, you get a bunch of money to purchase things on the line or sell items on the line, stuff like that. So the guild, I highly recommend, the second you start the game, join a guild. Just join a guild and you'll get a bunch of free shit down the line that you're like, hey, alright, I didn't have to earn it necessarily. I just play normal, other people play normal, and they earn points for the entire team that you can utilize later. So very smart on NetherRealm's behalf. This is a great fighting game. I think this is one of the best fighting games I ever played, and I played a bunch of them across the board throughout the years. For a while I stopped playing them because they just became redundant and crappy and shitty and ugh. And then Mortal Kombat X came out and I was like, hey, I got back into it. I kind of like reborn into it. So yeah, if the guys who made Mortal Kombat made this, and they did a great job with it. I really love the game. Absolutely impressive. All around out, man. I mean, I have to give this game probably out of 10, best out of 10, I would probably have to give this game like a 9.8. Seriously, 9.8. The only reason why I don't give it a 10 is because Harley Quinn was whooping my ass when I was playing as Superman, and that was bullshit. That was absolute bullshit. But besides that, man, the game is awesome all the way through. Batman v Superman, there you go. Rock them in the sky. Rock them one more time. Blow. Alright guys, I hope you guys enjoyed the video. I'll let the video play out for another minute or so you see this little fight between Superman and Green Lantern. And yeah, I hope you guys come back. I am Ray from Rated R Reviews. I usually do movie reviews, but hey, I'm reviewing anything that I like, pretty much. Whatever might be popular, I'm gonna review it. You know, if I miss things, I miss them. Please leave suggestions in the comments section below. If you want me to do another Injustice video, let me know. There are a few other things I can make videos about. And yeah, subscribe, like, hit that bell notification. Watch Superman whoop Green Lantern's ass. Yes, that is Green Lantern. That suit is amazing. So yeah, thank you very much, guys. Peace out.
Ready to quit yet? That's what I call justice.